This just in, we're incompetent. But other game companies aren't incompetent. They're actually pretty good. They're good at their job. They know what they're doing. That's why they have people who actually care about what they do. So during the week, in fact, I think 2 nights ago, Nintendo shadow dropped a Nintendo Direct Mini. Now, these are the shorter 10-minute presentations where Nintendo talk about what their partners, developer partners are coming up with.
What other people are making for them.
Yeah, basically. So they didn't mention this was coming at all. I think because, firstly, every time they do, fanboys get a huff and a puff and they blow their internet down because it's not Mario 29. And also because they knew this wasn't really the strongest content.
It's some weird. There's some really weird stuff in here. Can we make this one bit bigger, Braden?
Yep.
I want to see. I want to show you this. Whatever this is.
This is Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. For some reason, the first 3 games were all rhythm games.
So why is this like a rhythm temple run?
Don't know.
Oh, look, that's got frozen. But there's actual boss fights in this as well, which...
Jesus.
Yeah, but it's a rhythm-based boss fight.
But you have to run around
I thought
and do a normal boss fight until the rhythm comes in. It's weird. I don't understand.
I thought it was DLC to like Kingdom Hearts 3 or something.
No, it's a game coming to Switch. Then they followed it up with Fuser, which is a music mixing game. Cool. Then they followed that up with Taikyo no Tatsujin, which is the awesome drumming game that you can play over in Japanese arcade.
I want to see footage of that. Click that one forward, Braden. It's a beautiful, beautiful game.
Right, well, it's
you play a little drum and you walk around the world as a little drum. Now, is there the drum peripherals for the Switch?
I'm not sure. You can get in Japan, they have this game out already and you can get the drums.
Oh my God.
But how do you play it then? Do you just go like this with the remote as if you're hitting a drum?
Yeah, I believe so.
Is there a Puyo Puyo version of this? I think
there would be. Yeah, there would be.
There's actually a Puyo Puyo game coming up.
There is, but just before that, well, a little bit later on in this thing, they announced Just Dance 2021's coming out November 12th. So a lot of rhythm games, a lot of dancing games. Cool. Not the best way to start off a.
They did announce World of Tanks.
They did.
So World of Tanks. I'm always I'm always a fan of World of Tanks, but this World of Tanks just didn't look good. Usually World of Tanks, it has so World of Tanks is free.
Yep.
That's what makes this. So this is like a Fortnite for you, if you will, that kind of vibe. So you're gonna get a lot of people playing this, who just don't want to pay for games.
It's out right now.
But yeah, right now. But this one just looks like there's a whole bunch of this games that they announced. Like
you know what I didn't like about it?
What?
The tank controls.
Ooh.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
They should have as a downloadable thing you can get the Resident Evil characters. And then like the Big Rumble boxing. Both these games look like PS2 games.
Yeah. Well,
Is
it's
that
a
Rocky?
Switch.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the Creed version. What's his name?
Big Rumble Boxing Creed Champion. So Achilles. No, it was Achilles. Not Achilles. Adonis.
Apollo and Adonis.
Adonis
Yeah,
Creed.
so you can play all the Rocky guys.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Something else they announced, which I thought was pretty cool, was the Final Fantasy Saga, which is 1, 2, and 3, but the Game Boy version is coming to Switch. This has got me really, really hopeful because it means we might actually get some of those old Game Boy games coming across to Switch, and I am there for that. I love my Game Boys.
Is this the first Game Boy games? No, they got Super Mario Land and stuff on there, don't they?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Is that just Wii?
No, it was on the DS. DS, you can get all the Game Boy games. The Switch, which is basically a DS, you can... hopefully get that very, very soon. So I'm really hoping, usually around this time, around September, is when Nintendo releases the next thing for Nintendo Online, because that's the people who took out a year's, when it first came out and they took out the year
September
subscription. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they released something. So last year it was the Super Nintendo games. So I'm hoping that this year, when it comes around, they go, Game Boy games, resubscribe.
So Final Fantasy
everyone
Legend.
back in again. Yeah.
So Final Fantasy Legend is a whole other Final Fantasy game that I've never heard of or seen before.
I don't know enough about it. Sorry, I can't.
Fair enough.
No, but play Pokemon. Then we got Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, which is a great game.
Yeah,
Puyo Puyo games are fantastic.
And
some people may know it here as Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
I know that one.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Puyo Puyo.
Okay.
But we reskinned with that mustachioed man.
And in this one, you can have one person playing Tetris and one person playing Puyo Puyo, and you're against each other. So you can, and then you can have like special ability moves and stuff like that. So you can get just like throw other weird things happening, like big blocks come down and stuff like that into that. These are great games.
Yeah, this one's actually the first one of these is on sale at the moment on the Switch eShop, so you should all grab it.
I don't think I've ever played it, so I think I will.
I think it's also cheaper on the
That
PlayStation
four
Store.
player,
really?
just like chaos with stuff happening. It's wicked.
Minecraft Dungeons, DLC's coming for that, so they showed that.
Yeah, cold.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. This game's great. Like, this game is a fun game. I'm not a Minecraft person, but this game...
It's very much baby's first dungeon crawler, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Diablo. It's like Diablo Diet or Diablo Child.
It's Diablo for beginners.
Then Jump Force Deluxe Edition is coming out August 28th, which is now.
Which is like, they have over 50 playable characters. And I'm like, when I bought Jump Force, it was like 19 characters. And I'm like, who's in this game? I can see there's like the gods from Naruto. But that's the only one that they really show in this trailer that I was like, I haven't seen that one.
Now, I'm not too confident this is going to run too smoothly. I purchased Dragon Ball Fighters the other day because I want something to play.
Captain Tsubasa?
Yeah, okay. I think it's going to chug. Anyway, Dan, football game.
Yeah,
Talk.
so Captain Tsubasa is great. If you're like me and you're a sports anime fan, anime sports fan, whatever they're called, this is one of those great ones. You know, you're doing moves, got soccer moves you just can't do in real life. You pull out these, and it's a good soccer game, but yeah.
And lastly, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles has had a re-release on the Switch, and apparently it's a big pile of tosh. It's reviewing very poorly. There's a demo, so maybe play it, demo, and decide whether you want to give money to them.
I've got this on the Wii. Is it remastered or is it
So the one on the Wii was the GameCube version that came out, I believe. This is a redone, polished graphics. It's not a full remaster. It's just a spit and polish.
The end. That's all it was. It was 10 minutes.
Like, it was 10 minutes.
I'm pretty sure we talked longer than it was.
Yeah. So I think they released it early just to bypass and sidestep all the fanboys complaining about where's Mario, where's Zelda.
Well, these minis are just, well, I think they all kind of are. They're just little like trailer shows. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But they never really announced like, oh, there's going to be, you know, a new Wiimote coming out or anything like that.
But what was not a little trailer show, well, it had trailers, but anyway, DC had DC Fandom, which revealed the first look at Rocksteady's Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and WB Montreal's new Gotham Knights game. And there's the Court of Owls will be in it. Blathers will be there, taking your fossils.
Is that Hedwig?
Hedwig is there. The Duolingo owl is there.
That's from
that's who it is.
Rise of the Guardians?
What?
It's very funny. Go to our Facebook page and you can check out that
rather
amusing
thing. The
Rocksteady
Suicide Squad thing. What did you guys think of that, the
All right,
trailer?
well,
I thought it's the first time Captain Boomerang's been an okay character.
Sweet. Now we'll just jump back to Gotham Knights, like the showrun says. So the press release for the plot of Gotham Knights is Batman is dead. It is now up to the Batman family, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin to protect Gotham City, bring hope to its citizens, discipline its cops, and fear to its criminals. You must evolve into the new Dark Knight and save Gotham from chaos. Your legacy begins now. Step into the night with a K. This looked really, really cool.
I think this looks awesome. Like, this was way better. This looks way better than I thought it was going to be. When they started up, I was like, oh no, this is going to be like always bad tie-ins that they're just trying to cash in on Arkham fans, stuff like that. And it's not going to be. It looks really like I'm actually keen to play this.
Yeah. So it's completely open world as well from the get-go.
Yeah,
from the get-go, city's entirely open world. You can go wherever you want. I'm not sure. Is it a single-player game?
No, it's
is the exact same style as everything else in this section.
So Avengers and
it is co-op as well as single player with like you can swap between.
So like the Division, like the Avengers, things like that. You can play it on your own or up to 4 people.
But it's only 2 player.
This one's only 2.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm worried that this is going to be like one of those like DC Universe kind of vibes. Like when they say an instant open world, to me, I feel like it's just going to be a whole bunch of those levels you just have to regrind over and over again to get your characters up. It might not be, so don't quote me on that, but it just looks really good. Like, and then they introduce the owls at the end. Now the owls are my favorite DC like Batman thing. Like,
now what is the Court of Owls? It's based off Scott Snyder's first Batman.
New 52. Yep. Yeah, the New 52. So the owls are basically they're an organization that's been running Gotham for like 3,000 years of like aristocrat toffs.
The Illuminati, basically.
Yeah, basically. And what makes that storyline so good is Batman cannot handle that he didn't know about them. They have been there the whole time, running things from the shadows.
He's the Wayne family. Why didn't he know about
Yeah,
it?
they wear these like white owl masks, and they have these things. They keep these people in stasis. Is that the word?
Yep.
Yeah.
Frozen, called the Talons, and they are like uber powerful killing machine, assassin kind of people. They got these like glowing eyes. They look like kind of owls, kind of thing. And it was my favorite. It was just such a good vibe, such a good Batman story. And then they brought out the lesser known, which I thought was amazing. There was a comic that came out, juxtaposing it, called Talon, which was a rogue Talon that like got made into one, but then he broke out of it, and he had like 2 good graphic novel runs, and they never brought him back again. It was a great story.
No, he did return again.
Talon did?
Yeah, it was a little known TV show called America's Got Talon.
Oh, I love that.
He sung songs.
Womp, womp, womp.
Hey, you guys want to start late? Guess what? You're copping all the bad dad jokes, all right?
But
Who do you think you guys are going to main?
well, I would main Red Hood.
I'm going Batgirl.
I'm going Dick Grayson, Nightwing.
Oh wow, we all. Well, there we go.
I guess I'm fucking Robin.
That's right.
I mean, you do what you do in your spare time, mate.
But so Red Hood. Can we talk about Red Hood for like 1 second?
Go for it.
Everyone loves
Seconds
Red Hood.
up.
Everyone forgives Red Hood, but the first time Red Hood appeared, he had a bag of human heads.
Now, are we talking Clayface Jason Todd, or are we talking Jason Todd coming back?
Jason Todd coming back from the Lazarus Pit.
Okay.
The first one of the main, I guess that's the core. Red Hood. When he first showed up on the scene, he was killing mobsters, and one of his first scenes, he threw like a bag of heads down through a window into a mobster meeting, and it was all the other mobsters' heads. Now he is now on the good guys team. How do you forgive a person that at one stage in their life had a bag of heads?
Vegeta once blew up planets for a living.
Wasn't Red Hood? Well, wasn't the Joker at one point Red Hood in one of the origin stories? Was it?
That was the Grant Morrison run. He had like the big dome thing on his head. But yeah.
Welcome to Hack the Dino, where we talk about video games.
And
Remember we used to talk about comics?
I mean, I own a comic shop.
Yeah, but you don't read superhero comics.
I read Batman.
Can I throw out what I think is going to happen at the end of this game?
Yes.
I
It'll
think-
end credits.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a safe bet, but I think because Batman dies at the start, I think Dick Grayson's going to become Batman.
I don't. I think Batman's alive.
But they could be running if they're running in the Grant Morrison world when Batman died at Final Crisis, Batman Death, and so he has to claw his way back through time, or they can do the one where he actually has to kill his own parents, because when he goes back in time, he realizes no one rocks up to kill his parents, and the person that kills his parents is him, because if he doesn't kill his parents right now, he never becomes Batman.
Yeah.
So the time loop is
Love a good time loop.
Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
That'd create a tortured soul.
Anyway, Suicide Squad is coming as well. Suicide Squad kills the Justice League from Rocksteady, and this does take place in the Arkham world. This was a pretty cool trailer. Had a lot of characterization. From the looks of it, looks like Brainiac's going to be the big bad guy, which makes sense if the Justice League have all been taken under control. Captain Boomerang here was great, as you said at the start.
Yeah, because he's a dumb character and he's always been crap, and they've just made him into he's not a too Aussie, but he's still an Australian, and you can tell he's an Australian, but they're not going like, fucking kangaroos and shit.
Yeah, is it like King Shark?
Yeah, King Shark's great.
I would like you to check the show notes on King Shark. I have a note there.
Big Drax energy.
Yeah.
I don't know. What that
Drax, big Drax vibe, as in the Drax character.
I got you.
I like that he's this mutant shark man, right? And he looks horrible. Yet when Superman comes, he's really polite to him and stoked, like he fully respects him. He's like, oh, look, the greatest heroes here.
Superman.
I thought they wimped out a bit when you got the reveal that Superman was evil and he just got the helicopter pilot. Like, firstly, why would he save a helicopter pilot just to burn him?
Because he can.
Yeah, but that wasn't really necessary. It was there just to be a shocking twist.
How did we feel about the action sequence under Outcast's bombs over Baghdad?
Yeah, it's great.
It was dope.
Yeah. No, really cool.
Who are these people they're killing?
That's Brainiac's goons.
Yeah, they're just like...
But it remains to be seen. I can't remember who brought this up, but whether this is in-game or a trailer.
Oh, okay.
I feel
surely this is a trailer.
Surely this is the trailer.
So
you might be using the engine.
It might be a while before we actually see what this game actually looks like. I'm assuming it's going to look like Avengers and every other game like this.
Are they both made by Rocksteady? I didn't actually check that.
No,
good.
This is Rocksteady.
Good.
I feel like if this was in-game, they would be so proud of it that you would know.
Yeah, they'd probably quote it. But there's a note here, Brayden, that you wanted to plug something.
So if you want to know about other stuff that came out of DC Fandom, like the movies and TV shows and stuff, we discuss it over on Millennial Movie Talk. Go check it out.
Anyway,
News.
We had some news about the DualSense haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers. There's Jeff Keighley. He's been all about the place lately because of Gamescom, but he also got his hands on the controller. They also interviewed some devs about their games and how the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers are going to work within the games. So, for example, for the Miles Morales games, the controller will shake when enemies are about to attack, and from the direction of where these enemies are going to attack, so sort of like a spidey sense.
That's really cool.
You'll also feel like if Miles is charging up his fist for a venom strike, you'll feel the right-hand side of the controller sort of build up energy as well, and then unleash it.
Did they talk about a bow? I didn't watch this, did they?
They would have.
It's just going to be like pulling a string back.
That's what that whole, that commercial that leaked.
Oh, was it just a bow?
Yeah, there's a lady firing a bow with sound and haptic feedback. Deathloop, Dev said that if your gun jams up, the triggers are going to jam up, and you have to unjam your gun in the game.
Great.
This
That
is
is
the
great.
coolest thing ever. The fact that it's just going to stop.
I'm just going to be annoyed at that.
That's the point.
That's the whole point.
Yeah,
It's meant to...
I don't play games to be annoyed. If a game annoys me, I just go, all right, I'll turn you off then.
I don't really play a game to have my gun jam, eh?
You don't ever play Far Cry 2.
That's like playing like the new Skate game will come out and you hit a little rock and fall forward.
Exactly.
And I'd be like, fuck, man.
And then like the haptic feedback snaps your wrist.
Yeah.
Ghostwire Tokyo is going to be used for recoil when firing a gun and stuff. Ratchet and Clank, the double-barrel shotgun, halfway is tension and it fires one barrel. If you want to do both, you pull the trigger all the way through.
I like that.
That's been in other games.
Yeah. Demon Souls, feel each blow against an enemy or cast a spell to draw you into the game.
I mean, that kind of happens with...
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this has been
anyway.
done before, but I think we have to be forgiving in that these are the first games of the brand new generation, and devs haven't really figured out what they can do with it. It's going to be a good couple of years before we see the width of what you can do with this sort of technology.
And I think this is probably going to be way more refined than we've seen before.
Oh, absolutely. They're playing with things all the time. And just remember, the launch games are never necessarily the best games.
Yeah, I think we did a show on that.
We did. Check it out in our playlists.
But I've got a fair long time to get these games right now.
Well, not really. This is still releasing this year.
Oh, Halo.
Well, Halo's not on the PlayStation, so it
I
doesn't
know.
really matter.
Definitely not on the PlayStation.
Speaking of Microsoft, even though we won't, remember that really awesome Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox One that they released, and it looks sweet?
It looks good. It looks like
amazing.
a VHS, like,
Yeah, it
wicked.
looked great, hey?
Did you see the matching hard drive that came out with it?
It was a hard drive, Braden.
It's a hard drive.
Is it a hard drive?
It was a hard drive. Do you know what's not hard? What is hard to drive your eyes at? These consoles that are coming out for Wonder Woman 88.
Yeah, they're gross.
80s gaudy bullshit I've ever seen.
What
Is that rope a part of it?
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah. It looks like something.
That's not real.
It looks like someone. It is real. It looks like someone who thinks they're an artist thinks that they can. I've got a really good idea for an Xbox console, and without actually integrating anything into the actual console, they've just like found some foil and stuck it on there and sprayed it over with some
Okay,
paint.
kids, today we're going to design a console.
It's like Mr. Maker's selling them on Etsy.
Yeah.
Etsy consoles.
These things are hideous, and because of that, they're going to be worth a fortune.
Of course
So
they are.
make sure you grab one when they're like $20.
Not this guy.
Okay, getting to the real news now. We're going to talk about Fortnite. Yes, I know. But they've done a huge crossover with Marvel, and I mean huge crossover. So it was teased leading into this week in the start of Season 4, Chapter 2, that they were going to have a crossover with Fortnite, with Galactus coming and Thor coming to save them, and Thor battles them. They released a comic which appeared in like the hub, where you could read it, and it was Thor coming to the Fortnite world and then fighting them and then losing his memory, because that's something that has been established in the Fortnite realm, that whoever goes there can't speak and they lose their memory. Thor drops Mjolnir during this comic, And then in game, there was Mjolnir in the ground in a crater. So it linked up there. Funnily enough, the person who wrote and drew that comic is Donald Mustard, who's the guy who writes all the Fortnite storylines. So he takes claim for writing that comic, but we'll see. But as has been pointed out in the chat, that yes, Donny Coates, who is currently writing Thor, I believe, Kate, sorry, is he wrote it there as well. Anyway, this is the battle pass. So straight off the bat, you get Thor. So when you go in Thor, what they've done this season, is you get challenges when you get to a certain level. So one of those challenges was to, as Thor, go to where Mjolnir's lying and pick it up. And you go there and you pick it up and it disappears in game and it becomes your pickaxe. And then you can use Mjolnir to smash things as a pickaxe.
Does that mean no one in that level can pick it up?
No, it's linked to you. So, like, it'd be there for everyone, but because you're all coming into your own separate game.
But they've kind of already... I mean, they did the weapons originally, didn't they, with Marvel? Like the Captain America shield and Thor's
But that was
hammer.
a limited time mode. That wasn't sort of the...
A seasonal event.
Yeah, a big whole... This thing goes for about 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, the Battle Pass, which you can see now, is everything that you can get from it. So you have Thor for the first 10 or 15 levels. Then you've got She-Hulk. Then you've got Groot. Then you've got Iron Man. Wolverine's in there as well. There's a whole bunch of Marvel characters. Doctor Doom's in there. When you get to the actual game and into the game, they've not changed the map a lot, but what they have changed, like Doom's taken over a town and erected a statue, and it's just a statue of Doom. And he's a mini boss there that you have to go and fight. And the best thing is, Braden, can you skip to Doctor Doom's section for me, please?
Yeah, let's find it.
Storm's in there as well. Here we go.
Storm.
Can we go to, just there, his little mace thing?
Oh, his mace?
Yep. Look at that Kirby cackle.
Crackle.
Ooh.
I thought it was cackle.
Cackle's a laugh. Crackle.
Oh, okay. I've been wrong for the past 20 years.
Kirby cackle?
Kirby crackle. Well, that's what I thought it was. But yeah. Anyway, looks fantastic. They've pulled it straight out of the comics. Now, another thing they have done as well is... All right.
I know, it just got me.
And then he got me.
Kirby cackle.
Not cackling.
Okay, going. I'm off it.
Yes, thank you, Brad. Marvel Comics are also doing variants of the Fortnite as well. I don't know if you got the...
Oh, I did not
No,
get this.
Braden didn't get it, but look it up.
Comic covers.
Variant comics with all the Marvel funness.
I found that a bit weird as someone who sells the Marvel comics, that like I just think a lot of the Marvel collectors and stuff don't care about Fortnite.
Well,
they just be like, who are these
But
characters?
again, they don't care. They're after kids. They're after the kids comic, the next generation. Dan and I
That is
were
true.
talking
That
just
is true.
before. Like me being a comic book collector, I'm getting on in years, and they need to invest in the money of the youth
Well,
in order to survive.
as I said, the highest selling graphic novels in the last quarter have been kids comics.
Yeah.
So like and your primary school level ones, so stuff from like Raina Tellemire and stuff like The Amulet and Zeta the Space Girl. Those are selling better than anything at the moment, everywhere.
Better than Batman. So
that's
my
not
question,
hard, 'cause-
if you speaking of Batman, there's a Joker pack coming out, which they announced in the lead up to this season before Marvel World was announced. Now the Marvel season is due to end on November 28th, and this has been solicited. November 30 is when the Marvel season ends. This has been solicited for November 28th, so it's highly possible that possibly we're going to get DC straight after Marvel.
Yeah,
That
nice.
would make sense.
It would, but
You'd think there'd be like a bit of contention about that.
Well, I mean, they've had they turned Tilted Towers into Gotham City once,
Yeah. they have
and
done
Batman was in it, and
DC
then
stuff.
the last character skin for last season was Aquaman. Before that, it was Deadpool. So they're just finding their ways to cross promote into a lot of other places because this is where all the kids are. And this is what these companies want. They want the kids to recognize these figures and want these figures and then go out and go to the comic book shop or go to the shops or go see the movie. It's all intertwined and they're all making lots of money.
It makes heaps of sense. But it is becoming the pop vinyl of video games.
Very much so.
Wow, yeah, I hadn't thought about it like that.
That's a really
Have you guys
that's a
seen
really good analogy.
those things in Woolworths, remember the Ushis?
Yep.
Oh.
And that's the same thing. It's just like Marvel, Star Wars,
Yep.
Pixar. And I'm like, I don't even know how to get one, but I wanted... Are they made of food?
You spend
No,
$30
they're-
bucks.
I
or
thought they were
more.
like jellies. You remember?
Dan's been eating them.
Oh, no. No wonder
That
I'm clogged
explains
up.
a few things.
Speaking of clogged up, Rumor time. Rumors dropped during the week that Halo Infinite may be dropped from the Xbox One. And just so they can... That's... what's his name?
Craig.
Craig, that's right. So Halo Infinite may be dropped from Xbox One and purely go to Series X for a release in 2022 because they have got problems over there. So I did some digging into this, and I didn't know this, but apparently the trailer at last year's E3 was outsourced to a different company to make just the trailer. Like they were given the assets, and then companies, and apparently this is a very common practice.
Really?
There are companies in America and all over the world who their sole purpose is to make game trailers for these games.
Such Puddlegate.
Yeah, there's a really popular one who they do heaps of the CG trailers for a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff.
So, you know, it could be that they did too good a job.
Yeah.
And so when we saw the gameplay and it wasn't up to the level of what the trailer was, we were all going, what the hell's going on? This is on top of, before it was announced it was being delayed, the devs said to Ryan McCaffrey over at the IGN Xbox podcast, oh yeah, ray tracing is not going to be next gen. It's like, what?
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, ray tracing wasn't going to be in Halo Infinite before they delayed it. Now it has been delayed.
And look at it, there's ray tracing.
It'll definitely have ray tracing, but they have also brought in Joseph Staten, who helped shape the original Halo games into the franchise it is today. Braden.
The company I was thinking of was Blur Studio. They've done so many trailers for just like billion different games.
So another question that came up is why is Halo taking 6 years to come about? Because that's how long we've been waiting for this game. So according to Jason Schreier, who is formerly at Kotaku, now I think it's Bloomberg, Microsoft contractors can only work a maximum of 18 months. It's a policy or something that Microsoft had. So apparently this has had a huge impact on making the game and other big first-party games because you can't make a game in 18 months. So if you're hired as a contractor to build some assets or do some coding, after 18 months, maximum 18 months, that's it. You're on your bike, and it has to be handed over to someone else who then has to catch it up. And yeah, as he said, his research into it has shown that it is really affected the way that this game has come about, which is why it's been troubled so very much. So, from what I've been reading, it's not looking good for Halo, and I would not be surprised for it to be cancelled from Xbox One, and we see it in 2022, 2023.
It's in actual like production hell.
Yeah.
Like actual factual. Do you know what though? This trailer, I still enjoyed it. I still like that. I think it might not look the best, but I think it looks fun. Like the gameplay looks very Halo, and I'm like, and I guess that's all I need.
So that's a really big blow for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a really big blow. That's the one thing they sort of had really.
Well, do you know what they have to do in this gaming, like the console war? They just have to change the goalposts and make it. It's not about bringing out Halo anymore.
Well, that's all they do.
But
anyway.
they don't have anything else.
Yeah,
They've got Game Pass. And
exactly. The end.
But
Conversation
I can have Game Pass on my Xbox One.
Exactly.
My One S.
You'll probably be able to have it on your Switch soon.
Probably. They need more of that Nintendo money, which, by the way, Nintendo is the most profitable company in Japan.
Good lord.
I saw that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the first time in
First
a long
time ever, Nintendo's the most profitable company in Japan. Speaking of Nintendo, got some rumors here. The first one being that Skyward Sword may be on its way due to a placeholder over on Amazon.com. You know, that very little company that no one's ever heard of.
They sell socks, right?
Yes, socks and
Jocks.
children tears. Sorry, no, they don't sell that. Bezos drinks them.
No, that's orphan tears.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Anyway, so 2021 is the 10-year anniversary of the Skyward Sword and is also the 35th anniversary of Zelda. So it's, you know, logical that they might bring it out. People have asked for it. Not many people played this game because, honestly, it's not the best. It's only one of 2 Zelda games that I've not finished because...
Is this which
I
one?
have to say, I'm pretty sure this is one that you haven't finished.
Yeah, I've got it at home.
What's it on? What
This is the Wii.
It's the Wii.
Just
With the motion controls.
Which is one that has a wolf in it?
That's Twilight Princess.
That's not this
Also
one?
on the Wii.
No. It was on... well, it was a launch title for the Wii and for the GameCube.
And it came out on Wii U.
Well, yeah, it was remade for the Wii U.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, it makes sense that next year they would have a big 35th anniversary coming out.
Look at that guy in the background there. He looks like he's a bloody
like this year's the 35th
in Craftwork.
35th anniversary of Mario Brothers. They haven't announced anything, but we've all had those rumors about the Mario 64 Mario Sunshine
I wanna
remake,
see that.
which I still think will happen.
Why haven't they done that?
Because I think it'll be the December release. I think the plague that has destroyed the world has put a severe crimp in their plans. I think someone said that originally Pikmin 3, which is coming out in October, was supposed to come out in March. All they've done is shunted everything down the line, which is why we haven't heard anything from Nintendo.
I want them to really do... I was surprised they brought a Paper Mario out. I thought that was a prime opportunity to slot in a new Galaxy. Because people love Galaxy.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't bring Galaxy out.
Ever. No, as in a new one.
Like
I'm going right off the thing. Yeah, I want a new Mario Galaxy. Like, that was wicked. People love that game. Why haven't they just made another one for the Switchy?
So in December a few years ago, we got Smash Brothers.
Yep.
What did we get in December last year from Nintendo?
Last year?
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
You get something big.
No,
Animal Crossing is February.
Excited for Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that was the build-up. No, they always have a big Christmas launch.
Big Christmas one.
They launched the lights. That's what it was.
Okay, they launched lights.
And Pokemon, November.
So this
Pokemon
year,
Sword and
December,
Shield.
would be a good one for the Mario.
Well, yeah. I think that's what they're going for.
I think that'd be great. I reckon you're spot on.
Yeah. Another rumor, and this one keeps coming on back. Nintendo Switch Plus or bonus or upgrade is surfacing again. This time with a little bit more, evidence to suggest that it is coming. But we'll see. Quote from Nintendo News: respected Bloomberg author Takashi Mochizuki, has backed up a previous report that Nintendo is planning a more powerful Switch system for release sometime next year. That name says that the release of the upgraded system will follow a number of games from Nintendo and third-party developers. The revised model is likely to feature more computing power and 4K high-definition graphics. The focus on the upgrade system's launch explains why Nintendo has been quiet regarding game releases this year. This is further backed up with Nintendo following far out. Nintendo's done some filing, and it just reads that this is a request. This is to request a Class 2 permissive change for whatever originally granted on that date, and all its permissive changes. We changed the following points from the original model. They're of course talking about the Switch here. Change of SoC, don't know what that is. Change of memory. CPU board is changed due to the above two components. Also, there is no change to the enclosure, so it won't be bigger or smaller. So basically they're saying the Switch is, they're upgrading the Switch. Now, it could just be like they did last year where they brought out a Switch with better battery power. Or it could be a more high-def Switch.
I reckon it's going to have more internal memory because at the moment it's got, 32 gig?
Yep. Yeah,
with
the SoC is like the CPU processor.
Oh, okay, so a more powerful computer.
I only know that because the chat told me.
Oh, okay.
You heard it first a year ago on Hack The Dino when I accidentally called it the Switch Pro was coming out. Remember what I thought it was?
No, you thought it was already out.
Yeah, I thought it was out. And I was like, I'm not holding off because I want to get a Switch Pro. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was just waiting. I was biding my time.
And early this morning, I think 3 a.m. Adelaide time, we had the Gamescom launch parade or whatever they called it. This is Jeff Keighley's big annual thing that happens over in Germany. Braden? Opening night. Yes, that's right.
Germany.
He announced a couple of things that were going to be tackled on this 2.5 to 3 hour extravaganza. I don't know if anyone else watched this, but we were told ahead of time that there would be few surprises. So don't get your hopes up too much. Even with that, oh boy. I don't want to go into it too much, but a lot of the things that were shown felt like ads. Some announcements that they had, such as Fall Guys Season 2, could have quite easily been a tweet and not like a 15-minute package. The thing that really annoyed me is they had a segment where Christopher Lloyd was there reprising his role of Doc from Back to the Future. And he was called Doc Brown, and the Back to the Future music came in, and he was talking very, very, loosely. He was very hinting towards a Back to the Future game, and then it was Surgeon Simulator 2.
What?
Firstly, Doc Brown is a physicist. He's not a medical scientist. Secondly, fuck you. I wanted a Back to the Future game.
They've got one of them recently. They did one.
Yeah, but why? Why would you have Christopher Lloyd come on and pretend to be Doc for Surgeon Simulator 2? I can tell you why. Jeff Keighley, he likes to rub shoulders with the celebrities. That's what we can see, obviously, in the Game Awards when he had Vin Diesel and
Michelle
Rodriguez come out and announced the Crossroads game, which was a flaming pile of trash. I understand it's all networking and all that, but that is bollocks. Besides the fact they also had a World of Warcraft segment that went for 15 minutes. And a lot of the other stuff was just, ads. Like they showed Ratchet and Clank, a rip apart. They had, extended look. And it was the footage we've seen before with like maybe 2 minutes extra plugged on.
Extended. That's extended.
Like,
it's played twice.
I don't understand. They came back with, what's his name? Who's the Bandicoot?
Crash.
Yes, Crash. They came.
The Bandicoot.
They showed his game.
The Bandicoot.
And it was just like, we got another option.
So what you're saying is you didn't think it was that good.
It's trash.
No, we don't have to go trash on it. It's just like he might have tried really hard and just everything fell through at the end. Maybe in the back of his mind, like there were dudes that were supposed to rock up and they didn't. Maybe there was supposed to be a Back to the Future game and the guys never gave the game to them in the end. He'd already organised Doc Brown. Give him the batsman's benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, you're right. I should. Especially because it's Jeff Keighley and he's a lot more important than me.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry, Jeff. Anyway, let's go to deals.
I thought it was Geoff.
Wrong segment. I keep expecting you to go, deals! But you didn't.
He's going to.
Yeah, I know. He's going to do it as soon as I start talking. All right,
going,
what do we got for PlayStation this week? So first of all, PlayStation Plus games for September. Pretty good ones. PUBG. And Street Fighter 5. I know you're going to do it at some point.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for it.
So, PUBG.
No, Street Fighter 5, though, I was kind of hoping it was going to be the Champions Edition that just came out. Apparently
of course not. Why would they give you a
Well, because no
game
one's buying it. You think they'd just give it away for free.
People are buying it.
Are they?
Yeah. It's when it first came out, like 5 years ago. 6 years ago.
No, it wasn't that long. It was 20.
No, it was because it came out before I started up my coffee business, and that's over 4 years old.
I remember the launch.
I remember not owning a coffee business when I bought it.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, as I was saying, deals. Street Fighter 5 is now a really good game.
So,
okay, good.
But someone mentioned it's the base edition.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you get it, and you have to do all the updates.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this, because I have PS Plus, but I also hate swapping over discs. So I'll have it on there just so I can jump in anytime I want and get my butt kicked by people who are much better at the game than I.
But then actual deals that you can purchase, not just get for free if you have PlayStation Plus. The Witcher 3 Game of the Year Edition from $77.95 down to $23. Which
16
is awesome.
downloadable contents and 2 expansions.
Yeah, so it's got the full massive 2 expansions, which were like an extra 15 to 20 hours each anyway.
On
top of the 300-hour game.
I was going to say, it wasn't long enough the first time around.
That's too much.
It is, for me, it is way
too much.
But it's $23 for like 300 hours of play.
You could get that $23.38 and not buy another game for a year.
Yeah.
And you'd be
For
fine.
like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look,
people do. Like, people love this game.
Most people that are going to play this have already played it. Having said that, if you haven't got the Game of the Year edition, it's heaps worth it.
This is going to happen with Cyberpunk as well. It's going to be like, now Cyberpunk 700 hours.
Next one up is Hello Neighbor. So Hello Neighbor is like a stealth horror game for, it's safer for the younger kiddos. Usually $40 down to $10. So this one, you got to sneak into your neighbor's basement and find out, uncover his secrets. What's he been up to?
Robbing.
Thing is, though, it's got like this cool little advanced AI, so you can't just do the same sort of take the same route to get into his basement each time and try and time it, because he will learn from you.
Oh, he's like the alien in Alien Isolation.
Yeah. He actually learns from you and will cut you off and know what you're going to do. So you got to try out, do different things. That looked crazy, that house. Yeah, and it's actually kind of creepy. Like, he will come bursting through windows and doors and come at you with hammers and stuff. Like, it's quite creepy, but it's very cool.
The little kids love these games that have like Five Nights at Freddy and all this stuff. And I tried to play it, and buddy, I know you broke my tooth playing that game. I didn't know what I was doing, and because it's stressful and you don't know what you're doing, that's what makes you hate it. Oh,
last one for PlayStation is Dying Light. Dying Light is an older game now. Zombie sort of post-zombie apocalypse. It's first person, lots of parkour-based stuff, which I found hard, but once you get the hang of it, is
people
really
love
cool.
this game. People who like play it, rate it.
So this is normally $60 down to $20.98. But it looks really cool. It's a lot of fun. At night time, you get these.
Wait, do the zombies know parkour?
No.
No, parkour.
Unless the zombies, there might be a parkour zombie in it at one stage. It's basically Dead Island, but with a bit more like
Mixed with
with a fitter person.
Yeah, Dead Island with a fitter person.
Not just a dude at a bloody luxury resort sipping margaritas. Like,
but it is a great game. It's worthwhile. It looks really cool.
great graphics. Great graphics.
Terrifying zombies at nighttime. Absolutely terrifying. Don't go out at night ever.
Maybe parkour at night. Zombies only at night.
Over on the Xbox, they're coming to Game Pass. Don't Starve. So this is you got to survive, got to keep your character fed, healthy, and mentally stable. So this is something I've thought about getting for a little while. I haven't, so I'm probably going to check this one out. Have you played this, Dan?
No, but it's one of those games where the people who play it, they really rate it.
These are all on Game Pass?
Yes, this is all Game Pass. So if you've got Game Pass, you've got this right now. The other two coming to Game Pass is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. If you haven't played Resident Evil 7 and you're a Resident Evil fan or a horror fan, jump on that.
Great game. Like,
it is a really good quality game.
This game, like if you haven't played it, this game goes to places that no Resident Evil's gone to. It goes to like stuff happens in it so amazing. There's such shocking scenes. It's constantly changing up. You can never. Oh God. You can never.
It's armless.
There's no safety in it. You know, in games when you get used to how the gameplay works, and
So
you're like,
no,
it's okay. I can go in that next room because I know I can go out of the room because he won't follow me. None of that applies in this game. Hey,
No.
this game just does whatever it wants at all times, which is really key to creating horror and horrific suspense.
It keeps you on edge the whole time.
Yeah.
Last one for Xbox coming to Games Pass is New Super Lucky's Tale. So if you're a fan of things like Banjo-Kazooie, Crash Bandicoot, Super Mario 64, it's another really cool 3D platform.
This one's already out. You can get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at this. I'm thinking, and it does remind me of like Crash Bandicoot.
Yep.
Like it's got a Crash Bandicoot. It's got a Mario 3D. What's that one called?
Super Mario 64?
64, yeah. It's got a 64 vibe. It's got a Crash Bandicoot vibe. And he's got like, he can do heaps of stuff. So that's the whole schnick of it. He can dive under the ground. He can he's just got lots of move sets where he can just do lots and lots of things. And it looks cool. I think for a young person and even just like an old dude who wants to...
if you've been playing Resident Evil 7 and you're
furry.
getting freaked out, it's a nice little palate cleanser for you.
Look at him, you
Little
dance.
furry.
Yeah,
over on the Switch, so we got a couple over on the Switch, cool deals. Unravel 2 from $40 down to $10. So I think, Dan, you were talking about this one a little while ago.
Yeah, I like lint-based game. Lint. Lint.
You know what? I'll
So
give
it's
you that.
a
That's funny.
single player or co-op, so you can work two players or single player. So it's a platformer adventure, little puzzles that you have to solve by using the two yarn guys that you can, as you can see them do. They throw each other, then use their yarn as ropes, things like that, to solve little puzzles and get to little areas. It's really cool. It's very reminiscent of things like Little Nightmares and stuff like that. But
Yeah, it's one of those games, the 2.5D that look so good.
It is.
Even when they're doing realistic stuff, like because these are the same people who did
Unraveled 1.
aren't these the Dreams people?
No.
Media
No,
Molecule, no.
No.
They've done something similar that is this vibe. I can't remember.
Was it Concrete Genie?
Nah.
No.
No, maybe
Anyway,
I'm
it doesn't
wrong.
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, looks great. Look at that.
Yeah,
stuff.
no,
Look.
it's a lot of it's really cool, especially if you like those sort of indie style games. Next one on the Switch is from $45 down to $11. Goat Simulator.
It's just a physics-based goat game.
Have you ever played this?
Yeah.
But this has all the expansions that
With
they
the-
had.
oh,
So
it's
it's
got
got
the
Goat
Satanics.
Simulator. It's got Goat Simulator MMO Sim. It's got Goat Simulator Goats with a Z. It's got Goat Simulator Payday and Goat Simulator Waste of Space,
Which is the whole game.
which is almost how it describes what it takes up on your Switch. A waste of
oh
space.
my god, this is
Oh, wait, you can be a T-Rex. Hang on, let's just calm down a bit.
No, look,
You can be a
it is a
mo-
lot of fun for what it is. It was a silly little thing that someone made that people liked, so they released it, and
and it just kept going.
it just kept going.
You can be a microwave with sexy legs. How can
It
you
is
go wrong?
one of those things where you'll put it on just to try it out, and then you'll be like, "Oh man, it's been 3 hours.
Oh,
How did
man.
that happen?"
I wasted $11.25 on this.
Oh, and you didn't even get the whole bundle, did you?
Last but not least, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy.
Jedi.
Jedi Academy. So from $30 down to 15, so half price. So this is the online multiplayer one.
Now, is this the good one, or is Jedi Knight 2 the good one?
I like Jedi Knight 2 because I like the single player aspect of it. This one is the multiplayer one.
Okay.
So you play, one of Luke's
Padawans.
Padawans. So,
Is this
and
before or after he tries to kill them?
well, I dare say this is
No,
probably
that's
before.
Anakin.
And this would have been was
No,
before
Luke
all
tried
of
to
that.
kill his nephew.
This was all before that got retconned.
Yeah, I know. This is the legend. The
legend,
legacy.
So there's different modes. So you can play Siege mode, Capture the Flag, Free for All, up to 16 players. But yeah.
When are they going to bring Dark Forces to the Switch? I
don't
want to
know.
play Dark Forces.
So bad.
I know.
Shadows of the
It's
Empire.
great.
It's a maze game. It's so boring.
It's Doom, but you're a stormtrooper.
It's not Doom. Hey,
Anyway,
it's not at all.
That was a segment we like to call...
Dan
versus the world.
Oh.
And we're back here, but Braden's not. He's gone away. But we're here to play Dan versus the World, in which Dan, representing Dan, takes on the world, represented by Floppy, and not Braden. I have 3 songs here to play these fine chaps, and Dan will try to guess what that song is after hearing 5 seconds. Then the world will try and guess what it is for 5 seconds. We'll go backwards and forwards a couple of times until the count of 5.
Now,
yeah, whatever.
I wear these glasses so I can't cheat and read the chat, and I just realised I've written a whole bunch of questions I want to ask down, and I can't read them.
Well, expand it. Make it bigger. So, after last episode, we had Dan on 28 and the world on 31.
Ooh.
All right, so we're ready to rock and rumble?
I've been doing some research with questions I can ask. I'm sick of asking the same questions, so I'm going to ask some cool questions.
I'm going to ask some of your cool questions too.
Oh, no.
I'm going to play the first song.
Do it.
Dan, question number 1.
Is it a disc or cartridge based game?
Disc. World, question number 1.
What do you play as in this?
Just a figure.
Like a human?
You can't tell. It's 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head.
So it's humanoid.
Humanoid.
Disc game with a humanoid.
Wow. That narrows everything down. Dan, question number 2.
What is it? Would you call it an indie game?
Yes.
Oh, didn't help.
Again, narrows it down. World.
Who is the developer?
And if you don't know, ask another question.
I do know. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't remember it. And as soon as we guess it, I'm going to go, oh, that's right, it was them.
Do you want me to ask a different question?
Yeah, ask a different one.
What genre of game is it?
Oh, we'll get into these questions now.
It is a third-person adventure game, but a very chilled-out one. Like, you don't kill anything.
Braden?
Yeah?
I think... do you think?
I recognize the music, but I haven't got anything
All right.
nailed down.
Question number 3, Dan.
Have we asked what it's on?
This is on PlayStation 3 and 4.
Okay.
World, question number 3.
Was it released as a multi-pack game at one point?
It has been released as a multi-pack game, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 4.
Is it Journey?
Game Boy Dad, I'm going to kick you in the face. Yes,
What?
it is. Game Boy Dad spoiled it, everyone. So,
I didn't see that.
I know
I
you
didn't see
don't,
that
'cause
either.
you're
I knew it
blind.
was Journey. Damn it! I was hoping to get one more good
Where,
question.
I can't see anything.
That's
Anyway,
what I
Dan
recognise.
won. But again, chat, don't spoil it. Don't be jerks. Don't ruin our fun.
I knew it the question before, and I thought it'd be really
Rhymes
cool to get
with
one more.
isn't like cryptic enough. If you want to be cheeky about it, you gotta.
Oh, I can't. I wouldn't.
Really go for
That's
it.
not ruining it. I couldn't even read that. It doesn't matter anyway. I can't read it.
that.
Anyway, I got it.
But I knew
actually
it.
got that.
Damn it. I'm sorry,
when you,
Braden, I
I got
knew
it
it.
from.
No, you know it's. All
I got it from the clue when you just said it's just a stick figure man. That's what gave it away for me.
Anyway, song number 2.
And the indie part. Oh, hot.
Yeah, that went for longer, but I don't care.
That's because it was cool. Let's do it again.
Cool as hell.
All right, my first.
Yep.
As always.
Yep.
What tools do you use?
Use your fists and your feet.
Fist. Oh, fist and foot.
Yeah.
I love that game. No,
So fist and foot.
fist or foot.
I know. I talked to your wife. So question number 1.
Is
What's,
it a multiplayer game?
You can play it with multi people. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Then question number 2.
So it's a multiplayer game where you use your fist and your foot. What? Are you ready? Art style is it?
Oh, it is sort of kind of cell shaded.
Cell shaded. So
But,
that means
but mainly,
3D.
yeah, 3D but cell shaded.
Would
Yeah.
you say it's anime adjacent?
That's
Adjacent, so not fully anime, no, but
Close to.
yeah, kind of.
That's his question, by the way.
Yeah, Dan, question number 3.
Anime adjacent?
No, it was a good question. I don't know why you're getting upset about that.
Who?
You can't read your own
What
questions. can you?
console was this version originally on?
PlayStation 4.
PlayStation,
wanna just
and not Xbox.
Do we want to take a guess or?
Yeah.
Uh,
We're thinking the same thing.
yeah.
It's got 5 in the name.
But
Uh,
it's going to be one thing that might trip you up.
Is it Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
God, no.
Nah, man.
No.
Can I
Street
have a
Fighter
go-
5.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Dan,
no,
got
no.
it.
The one thing would be Street Fighter 5 or Street Fighter 5 Champions Edition.
Okay.
that'll
I
trip you
even
up.
said, has it got 5 in the name? It's just a joke.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
know.
he had it. So.
Oh, does
Oh,
that mean
wow.
we're two?
No, you're still ahead by 1. So Dan is on 30 and the world is on 31.
Oh, wait, I'm going to look at the chat for a sec.
Yeah, they're spoiling it still.
No,
So
there's a
chat's
Street
being
Fighter.
very
There's a
naughty.
It's all in response to stuff.
No.
No, it was spoiled before.
Was it?
Oh, you're such
Chat's
a
being
silk.
very naughty. I'm very cranky today. Maybe it's because we started
Today?
half an hour late.
No, it's not.
Braden.
Uh,
Here we go, song number 3.
shh. Louder. Oh.
Okay.
I get nothing out of that. All right,
It's a hard one. Hard mode.
I'm going to go straight to the best questions. Did it come out in the last 10 years?
No.
Oh, it's a good question.
That's a great question. Question number 1.
What perspective do you have as the camera?
It's not even
It's
cool.
a side on.
Side on.
Yep. Question number 2. Dan.
So it didn't come out in the last 10 years.
No.
Is that what you're saying? Oh, I wanted to ask. What is the main antagonist? I decided to change that question
All right.
at the last second.
It's
You gonna blow it?
It's a funny man.
What?
A funny man.
Funny man.
A funny man.
Like that movie, Funny Man.
Yeah. Well, question number 2.
That's throwing me. Go floppy.
Is it a comic tie-in game?
Yes, it is.
Oh shiz. Well, that's a specific.
Question number 3.
What were the What did we ask so far?
The funny man thing's thrown me though, bro.
What art style is it? 'Cause I don't know, so I'm just gonna ask in Vegas.
Oh, it's a 16-bit game. Pixels?
Fair enough. Yeah, that was dumb.
You seem like you're onto something. Go for it.
Well, I thought I was until one of the answers threw me.
Okay. Keep asking questions then.
What console is it on?
Super Nintendo.
Okay, so can we do a rehash? We get what are the answers? Super Nintendo,
Comic-based game.
comic-based game,
Funny man.
Funny Man. And what was the other one?
Oh,
What was the end?
SNES.
Question number 4, Dan.
Oh, it's probably not.
I just realised that
What
something one thing or another.
genre? Have I asked that? What genre game it is?
No, that's a platformer.
platformer. Funny Man.
Okay, question number 4.
Can I guess?
go for it, mate.
I need the
I
full
don't-
title. I need the full title, Braden.
I don't know. I don't know the full title. Ah, does it also tie into a movie?
No.
You said a
Oh.
Oh,
comic.
okay, that's not the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
You said it was based on a comic, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Based on a comic. Funny Man. Funny Man. That's the thing. I've got nothing. All right. What?
No.
I've never
either.
met a funny man in my
Can I have a hint?
Well, it was it's the 5th one.
Oh, I have to do it no matter what. Is it?
No.
Oh.
You've got one question, and then we have to guess. So you can have a hint if you want.
Yeah, do a hint.
Okay, so this game was not based on a movie, but the one before it was.
As in this.
I know what the one
So this
before
is a
was.
sequel.
Yeah.
My head hurts.
Okay, question number 5, World.
Floppy.
Oh my god, it's dead air.
Did it have anything to do with a mask?
Well, yeah. Okay. That's it, Dan. You got a quest.
I did not phrase that
You got a guess.
question correctly.
No, you did not. Dan, you got a free guess. Super Nintendo. Funny Man is the antagonist.
Funny, that's the thing that's throwing me.
Oh, it makes it so easy actually now.
No, I don't know.
But no, I don't know.
Take a guess.
It's got a mask in it.
Yep.
Is it like, what was it on?
Super Nintendo.
I don't know. The Mask? Jim Carrey?
No.
The video
Well,
game?
your free guess.
Floppy go.
Is it Batman Mask of the Phantasm? I can't remember what one was on the fucking SNES.
Very close, but no.
Oh, which one was it?
Batman Return of the Joker.
Ah!
Because the Joker is a funny
Funny
man.
No, that makes
See,
sense. That makes sense.
When you said antagonist, I was thinking protagonist. I'm like, oh, that's thrown me now.
You said the word Super Nintendo, and I just thought Bowser's not that funny.
And I knew it wasn't Batman Returns.
You see, yeah, I was thinking like, oh,
Batman
it must
Returns.
be Batman, and then he said it was like, oh wait, no, Batman Return. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, my brain.
Anyway,
That was a good one.
at
That was
the
good.
end of that episode of Dan vs. the World, we have Dan clawing his way back to be on 30 and the world on 31.
Did not change.
We've been Hack the Dino. I'm Ben Rosenthal. That's Dan McGuinness.
This is
That's
intermission.
Floppy Starrick. No, we're doing the ending now, Dan.
It's because you stuffed the bloody thing up, Dan.
And that's Brayden over there, cussing and swearing like the old sailor person that he is. You can catch us over on youtube.com/hackthedino, where we would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and tell your friends and share the channel so we can grow and become big and strong and reach our final form. I have hair in that one, just not in my head. You can also catch us over on twitch.tv/hackthedino, where we stream our recordings live. Maybe some other stuff coming up. Who knows? Better hit the follow button so you can stay informed.
Cruise over there, and you can get in the chat and have your say, and we'll ignore it.
Yeah. And finally, if you don't like our faces, cool, man. Jerk. Head on over to Spotify or iTunes or SoundCloud, where you can hear us talk the words with our mouths and have a great time because we're good.
Having the time of our lives.
Dan, is there some people you'd like to thank?
I would love to thank our Patreon. So every week we thank the top tier Patreons, and part of their Patreon pledge, they get to be thanked. So thank you to Luke Beard, thank you to Sam Beard, thank you to Todd Randall, thank you to Tommaso, thank you to Mike Town, thank you to Karen Nutt, thank you to Ash Nutt, thank you to Dylan Stevens, thank you to Cullen Bard, thank you to Game Boy Dad, and that's it.
That's
I've
it
got
for our
other
top
weird
tier
stuff
ones.
written, top tier stuff.
So we've got Dino More back for everyone who is $1 pledger and higher over at patreon.com/hackthedino. That comes out once a month and we stream it right into our secret little Facebook group that only Patreons can come in. If you'd like to talk to us personally, you can. Head on over to bit.ly/hackthedino. Join our Discord server where heaps of people talk about heaps good words. Like, we show off game collections and we show off
There's heaps of stuff there.
dick pic. I mean,
No, that's on the Patreon.
sorry,
Yeah,
that's the
look,
Patreon. That's the $20
And I
level.
only did that once, and I'm sorry.
Banned from Twitch again.
Floppy, have you got something you'd like to plug?
Yeah, check me out on Instagram at Floppy Plays Games. There'll be pictures and stuff of games. Games that I buy and hope I play one day.
Great.
Dan.
I would like to plug my horror podcast, TerrorVision, a horror podcast, it is called. So if you want to hear me talk about about horror movies with Jennifer the Batman Strand, you can go over there. We do it every...
Surely Jennifer the Batstrand would be a better name.
Yeah, I don't know why she's called that. I don't know why she's allowed to call that on Facebook and they haven't hit her up about it. Join us every Tuesday, Adelaide time, where we bang on about horror films because I love horror. TerrorVision, horror podcast.
Brayden.
If you want to hear the younger generation yabber on about the movie industry, you can check out Millennial Movie Talk, where myself and my friends gather every week and we discuss all the movie news and what we've been watching, as well as we do a little bit of homework every week, so that way you can watch something along with us and come back and hear our thoughts the following week.
I also do that in my podcast.
Get off my lawn, you damn kids.
Thanks for that, Brayden. And if you like retro and all things old and crusty like us, head on over to Retro Trigger, where we talk to guests about retro things that are 15 years old and that. Anyway, that's us for another time. Thanks for joining us for this time. We'll be back another time to talk time. Shit.